Hey, everything okay? So far, so good. Wow, your cousin has some nerve showing her face here. Get rid of her. Listen, there's more going on with my father than you realize, okay? But I shouldn't tell you here. This is...
Connie, this is not the night to make a scene, okay?
What do you got to tell me about Anthony?
I'm risking everything by telling you this, and I hope that you appreciate that.
Well, it depends on what it is.
My first loyalty is supposed to be to my father.
Your father? Really? Because he's such a great guy and he treats you like a princess?
At least I know where I stand with him.
You stand at the edge of a cliff with your father just waiting to throw you over. You just tell me and then, you know, it'll be worth it. I promise.
Everything my father does has an agenda. I talk to you.
Well...
And I don't want to have a fight, especially not tonight, but I can't take Kate Howard being here. She was involved in Michael's shooting.
Olivia, it is extremely important that I talk to Sonny.
Connie, he is here with his new wife.
That is
Just let it
exactly
go.
why I'm here.
There is nothing that you need to tell him that's so important that he can't wait till after this event.
Why is this any of your business anyway?
Just show a little sensitivity, that's all I'm saying. You were the one with Michael Corinthos at the warehouse that night. Now, Carly holds you partially responsible, and that is her...
You know what? You should show a little sympathy. I was the one there, and Carly is wrong.
All I'm saying is you don't show up at a benefit to honor her son and provoke a nasty argument between her ex-husband and his new wife.
Sonny needs to hear what I have to say. His life could depend on it.
Stop trying to save Sonny. Okay, you need to let it go.
Why are you here?
Because I promised Carly and Jax that I would make sure that everything ran smoothly tonight.
Well, ever since you stomped back into my life in Port Charles, let's see, you've managed to land a job with my business partner.
It was
Your
Jax's
new
idea.
best friend is Sonny's ex. Next thing I know, you're going to be booking pedicures with Claudia.
Yeah, you always were a touch paranoid.
Oh, honey, it's only paranoia if someone isn't out to get you.
Connie, could you try to remember for a second that this night is not actually about you? It's about a mother and a father who are grieving for the loss of their child.
Oh, are you going to be all sympathetic for a man who lost his son? Don't do that. Not when the father is Sonny.
Don't make this about Dante.
No, actually, it's not. It's about me and Sonny, so you can just stay out of it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go talk to Sonny.
Connie.
Why are you even in Port Charles?
Because I do care about what happens to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you tell yourself?
I like it here.
That is so interesting. Because, you see, for years you have criticized me for wanting to leave Bensonhurst, for wanting to do something, I don't know, different with my life. You rubbed it in my face about how disloyal I was to the family and how proud you were to be a Bensonhurst girl. Well, ever since you came to Port Charles, which... Why exactly did you come to Port Charles?
I came here to see you get married.
Right, and who asked you to? Oh, it was Sonny. The real reason you do everything.
Oh, my God. Do you know any other songs? Connie, you got shot. Okay? I couldn't turn around and walk out and leave you here.
Okay, Olivia. Well, I'm all healed, right? My wound is gone. I'm not going to marry Sonny, so you can pat yourself on your back for your hand you played in that. And there's no real reason for you to stick around in a town that has nothing to offer you but cast-offs and the opportunity to do Carly's dirty work. Okay? So, now, if you'll excuse me.
See, the fact that you can't face Connie is that Sonny doesn't want to be saved.
This is not a philosophical conversation. Sonny's life is in danger.
Sonny doesn't need your protecting, and I know this because I watched him murder Andrei Karpov.
Olivia, I really do not need your dramatics.
This is not dramatics. I stood not 10 feet away, and I saw him put 4 bullets into that man and then spit on his body. Okay, I wish that you could have been there to see it. I wish you could have seen it with your own eyes, because that's the kind of man that Sonny is. And that's the way that he lives his life. He does not need any protecting from you or from anybody else.
You know, I really do think that I am the reason you stayed in Port Charles.
Right back to the beginning. Connie is the center of the universe.
Well, you just said it, right? You said you were here for me. You were here to see and make sure that I didn't get close to Sonny again. And that I didn't accidentally let your deep, dark secret slip.
I did what I had to do to protect my child. And believe me, I'm not ashamed of that. Dante could have ended up just like Michael.
You don't have to worry. I am not here to tell Sonny about Dante. At least not tonight. Now get out of my way.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Kate, she went out of her way to let me know she wasn't going to be here.
She lied.
Okay, I know you have to put your anger someplace, but I don't think it's right to blame Kate for what happened to Michael.
She took Michael to the warehouse without my permission. Now, maybe she's not as guilty as the man who pulled the trigger, but she is partly responsible.
Are you upset because she's involved with Jax? Is that what this is about? No, I'm just asking.
I thought we were past this. I thought you knew what this night meant to me.
Why did Kate show up here?
How would I know? Maybe she wants to tell me something.
Brace yourself, Daddy. Anthony Zacchara and Rick Lansing are about to wheel in.
Well, why didn't you stop them?
Oh, sorry. Fresh out of bullets.
Oh, they are the scum of the earth, and so is Sonny. You know, Tracy, a night like this just makes me choke on the injustice that put my little great-grandson in that gangster's custody.
What I have to tell you, I really can't wait.
Okay, whatever you have to say about Anthony is not going to surprise me. So just say it.
You have to understand something.
What?
By telling you, I could be totally ruining my life.
Let's get out.
Don't you just love a good party? Especially when half the guests wish you were dead.
Does that make you to leave?
Then you probably don't get out much, do you, Richie boy?
If you want Rick and Anthony gone, I'll get them out of here right now.
No. Here's a better idea. Taking money from people you hate and despise and doing something meaningful for children like Michael.
You sure?
Yeah, if I can deal with Kate being here, I can certainly handle your brother and Anthony Zacchara.
Carly, I was just suggesting to Anthony that it might not be a good idea that we were here.
Write your checkbook?
Of course. I'm always ready to make a donation for a worthy cause.
Good. Make sure it has lots of zeros. I wish you wouldn't sneak up on us like that.
Kate asked me to come here. Did I miss something?
What took you so long, Lulu?
I had to make a phone call. I thought you maybe came out here to meet
You know,
me.
I actually got dragged out here by my cousin to have another frustrating and pointless conversation.
You know what? You'll feel a lot better if you just go home and put your feet up. And, you know, Lulu, why don't you have the driver bring the car around?
Olivia, I have something extremely important to discuss with my former fiancé. If you don't want to watch, you can leave. Let's go.
Well, all things considered, it's a festive event.
You know, what's funny, I didn't realize that you two were invited. And if you were, I didn't think you'd be stupid enough to show up.
Oh, that's nice talk from a son-in-law. My little girl and I had lunch today. A real heart-to-heart exchange of feelings. But you must have already told your husband all about it.
We don't talk much.
Unless you're screaming his name. Oh, God. Oh, Sonny.
You know, it wouldn't hurt for you to develop a few
I'm
boundaries.
just saying, you know, sharing a meal with my daughter is a real eye-opener.
I'm telling you, I did everything in my power to get my cousin to leave short of grabbing her by the hair and dragging her around here.
Thanks for trying.
Look, far be it for me to make excuses for anyone, but my cousin is not a mother. She doesn't understand what it is to have a child who needs protecting.
It doesn't mean I'm gonna forgive her part in what happened to Michael.
I'm just saying, you know, this room is full of people who've stolen, who've murdered, God knows what else. Just don't focus all your anger on Kate, okay?
I'm not gonna let her ruin this night for me. Go ahead, take it. I don't need a babysitter.
No, I promised Jax that I wasn't gonna leave your side tonight, so.
It's fine. Go ahead. Make sure my hotel's still standing.
Excuse me, Sonny, I need a private word with you.
Well, it's not a good time right now. Can I call you later?
No, actually, I need to do it right now.
You okay? You want a drink?
Yeah, I'm just...
Whoa!